దీంట్లో చాలా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది. జస్ట్ ఇంటాక్ట్ పెట్టండి. నేను సెలెక్ట్ చేసి
Very good morning to all of you. First of all, I welcome today resource person and Namadar, executive unit APPDCL. Sir is working in several groups. First, he is working in 90 from 96 to 95. Assistant professor in ASR College from Tampa. Later, Sir is joined assistant engineer in ABSCB. Sir is working in several positions, AD, E, and executive engineer. Present position in executive engineer. Ramadar Garu worked in various positions in the APUTDC. Sir is worked in Genco also, Genco, TANSCO, and SCADA, and present smart metering section. Vast of experiences there is backed in biodata. Plus, Sir is delivered several lectures as a resource persons in IITs and NITs also. So, replace the opportunity from the today resource person. Sir, thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, sir.
I request Ramadar
మైక్ లేదు. బ్యాక్ వినిపిస్తుందా?
So you're all from academic only. Nobody is there from industry. I myself, Damodar, my BTech 87, 91, 91, 93, and 2009 nations are PhD, but work completed due to COVID was postponed. 4 years I worked for abroad, 3-4 countries. Some leave. 1 year I worked for SC University Engineering College as a faculty. 94 recruitment was happened, 95 totally cancelled. That's why I joined in Kadapa case for 1 year. After that again back to this department, ABSCB. But you people, you don't have APC writing. Why? Because you are all confused, right?
Yes, sir.
So ABCD, let's report before. After that, 2001 unconditional means generation, transmission, and distribution divided. Generation is one entity, transmission one entity, distribution four entities. Combined state after that, two entities in AP. Now it is three entities. Three discards. Eastern power, central power, southern power. Is there anybody from outside? Your father, your brothers, or sisters? Nobody is there? You are seems to be very. Are you student? So government is insisting to conduct like these programs for faculty. Why? Because industry is working in one area, but academic side you are working in one area. But there is no any syncing between industry and academic. So all academicians they are thinking that technology is not parallelly running with the industry. Why? Because academicians they are presenting papers, they are giving lectures, they are conducting seminars, they are conducting like programs, workshops, programs, seminars, conferences, summits, so many things. But everything is there is no any contemporary journey. There is any parallelly moving. Industry moving at 80 kmph, academy, universities mainly. Universities moving at 30 kmph. Means what? 50 kilometers speed. Difference is there between industry and academic. So academic side, first of all, where we are, especially for 5 years, anyway faculty they will update their knowledge. Nowadays, so many medias available. ChatGPT is there, Google is there, this side, many things are there. But you all people, the students mainly, students they are enhance your knowledge through this social media, particularly. Nowadays, technology almost reached peak. Now, industrially, products also parallelly they are manufactured, they are releasing. Products are available. But what about usage? Usage means, first of all, we don't know how to use that. For smart meters, in 2007, Japan they have implemented smart meters. 2007, now it is 2017. Even now also India were unable to install smart meters at the consumer end. Why this gap is happening here? Due to there is no proper publicity on that smart meter subject. Consumers they are feeling about smart meters. Once smart meter installed on the premises means they are feeling that our bills will be high. So how it will be high? There is no difference between smart meter and other meter. Both are meant for recording the energy. And what is the need to think about? What is the need to fear about that? No need to fear. Due to this wrong publicity towards the consumers, towards the society, now total public they are hesitant to inventing smart meters. So like this, society is moving. Why these programs conducted by this AICTE or UGC or some other institutes means they want to give some awareness, not only for academics, not only for FDP. One more program, National Power Institute, Post Training Institutes. So they are conducting classes for the all practicing engineers, right from assistant engineer to chief engineer. They are conducting programs. So they want to share the knowledge, what the present technology is available globally. So that knowledge they want to share to all the practicing engineers. That's why outlying institutes all India wide, almost 10 institutes are there, approximately. So they are conducting, they are giving classes. That the government investing crores of rupees for that program. The FDP also. Why? Because all the FDP side, faculty development program, faculty how they are developing. So for this 1 week program, do you have any? Are you feeling that? So okay, I am getting some knowledge. That feeling is there with you. That's very important. So see, giving 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs to somebody getting things is not the criteria. First of all, our self-conscious should obey that. What about our knowledge before our PhD? After my PhD, what about my knowledge? That's very important. So nowadays PhD, why? Because I know why I am working for the university. I am a organizing secretary for SVU. So I work for many countries. Even now also I am giving my consultants for many of the countries. Why I am telling all these things? There are many PhDs coming. My professors, when I was a student, they are suffering like anything to get their PhD. 10 years, 20 years. Even now also, since last 1990, now also he is suffering, he is not getting his PhD. So that's why I am telling. One program is there for faculty means. Supervisor is telling, sir, this is very good program, but the institute is not sending faculty. Institute is not sending means what? Institute is losing this facility, this opportunity. You are coming to attend for this FDP program means many senior engineers are coming. Industries are also they are coming. They are sharing their knowledge. Where we are. So what about electrical domain, today's domain? Today electrical domain is not electrical domain. It's a combination of CT, IT and ET. Without IT, CT, there is no ET nowadays. You are thinking that we are electrical, we are not electrical. Only electrical engineering should not be sufficient to lead your role in these present days. You should know about communication technologies, information technology, both sides. You know about your phone. What about your RAM? What about your processor? What kind of OS you are using? All these things you know. So like that, minimum knowledge we need to gain. We need to learn. Otherwise, we could not lead our role as an electrical engineer. I am telling, in 91 passed out, after that 92 I joined in our transformers company. After that, I am pure electrical engineer by that time. After that, again I went for academic side. Then I come back to industry again. Again I went for some other countries. Well, I have seen so many engineers. I have worked in so many areas. I have worked for communication side, fiber optics side, I have worked with PPR side, I have worked with modem side, I have worked with routers also I have worked with servers I have configured. I am electrical engineer, first of all. But I configured my servers. IBM 870, IBM 950 servers I configured myself. Not more. This is support of the IBM company engineers. They are guiding me, I am configuring. That kind of habit you have to maintain. Why? Because learning is very important. Till you are 60 years or 60 years, 70 years, you have to learn. Otherwise, you could not run in this society. So FDP, don't think about FDP. You have to. There are many things there in your Google, in your YouTube, some other media. You have to learn. What is nowadays electrical engineering? What about communication? What is the meaning of 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G? How many of you know that between the difference between 4G, 3G, 5G? So that is very important nowadays for us. We are installing smart grids for your premises, means for your state, for your town, for village or city. how that smart meter is working. Smart meter is very big subject again. What is smart meter? What is smart meter? What is there inside? What is communication? So what about the server OS? What about software application? How all these 7 layers, OS layers working? Without these things, we should not continue our learning. These are very important. Even for academicians also. So you are teaching your power systems without knowing IED's knowledge. How we can? I studied about electromechanical relays. Nowadays there is electromechanical anywhere in this globe. Everything is numerical relays only. How those relays are configured? How we can configure them? How we can set the fault currents? Without knowing all these things, how you can succeed in your role, in your company, in your job? Not at all possible. Even though you are an academician, you have to learn what is there inside of the protection. What about REF relay? How many of you know about REF? Restricted. We know about REF through our books. But practically, what is there in the substation for REF? Where we are using that? What about differential relay? So what about numerical relay? What about electromechanical relay? What about electronic relay? So what is the difference between all these? How we are setting all the configurations in this relay? What about latency compared to electromechanical to this electronic or numerical relay? So IED, what is IED? Intelligent electronic device. Why you are calling nowadays? No, we are calling as not this. We are calling as IEDs. Overcurrent, directional overcurrent. Most complicated relay in power sector is not differential, not distance relays. Directional relay. Configuration of directional relay is very, very critical. So these things as a power system engineer you should know. You could know. You have to gain that. Though you are academician, you have to get friends from the power sector. You have to get friends from the substation. You go there. You ask them. Not one trip it is not sufficient for it to get knowledge continuously, monthly or quarterly or half yearly. You have to go there. You just interact with him. How we can configure relays. So how these isolators are working. How these auto enclosures are working. What is function of auto enclosure? So what about the smart grid elements? What about PMUs? What about wavelets? So you know very well about all these things as academician in your research papers. But how practically these are implemented? What are the challenges? What are the key learnings? What about the key directions? What are the drivers? These are very important. I am from industry, that's why I am insisting this one. So what about automation levels? How the substation automation is happening? How the generation side automation is happening? What is their transmission side automation? What is SCADA is telling? What is DMS? What is ADMS? So all these subjects, I think academic side is these topics are covered. Then books is not something to get knowledge. Books are giving only 5% knowledge for us. Remaining 95% we have to interact with the industry people, we have to go there, we have to interact with them and we have to get the acquire the knowledge. Otherwise, books 5%, we will be having 5% knowledge. We have to go there, we have to interact with them. Anyway, you are having friends, definitely. No need to go for friends also. You yourself directly go to substation or go to generator station, you just request them, definitely they will allow you. They will share their knowledge. There are controllers. What about PID controller? What about PI controller? What about proportional controller? How all these controllers are working? What about EHG governing? Governing mechanism, how it is happening? Everything is energy related only. So this EHG governing we are studying, but how practically it is working? EHG governing is the most critical part of the thermal generation. Why? Because as per the steam input, generation is happening. What about the steam input? What are the parameters? What are steam temperature? What about steam volume of, what about steam pressure? How these are happening, how these are coordinating, how these are setting. What about generation? What about generator side excitation is happening? Whether we are operating generator over excitation or under excitation, how it is happening? What about PSS role, power system stabilizer role? What about that? These are all before, these are all mechanical devices. After that, electronic devices. Nowadays, these are digital devices. Digital means we are operating everything automatically. You just travel, you are traveling through your flight now. So everything is automatic only. Autopilot means what? There is no difference between turbo generator or twin jets flights. Flight having turbine now. Same turbine, there is any difference between thermal generation turbine and aircraft turbine. Both are same mechanism, same control, same. But the gas turbines here, thermal steam turbines. Here also gas turbines are there. But mechanism is same. You just imagine. Okay, we are academically we are very strong, we are very sound. But practically how it is happening? How they are realizing these things to happen? That is very important. And also automation side. Where we are? How substation? We are sitting at our house and we are operating our substation. So what about those automation components? So how those components are working? So what is communication media? What about failure rate? So what about communication availability? Suppose communication is not available, how we can operate that? Is there any standard for that? What are the communication modes? So these things are very important. Home automation. Nowadays, building management systems are BMS also is there. Everywhere, if you are going for all 3-meter, 4-meter flats, all that time, now they are implementing this BMS. What about labeling? 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. What is the meaning of that? What about standards? What about labeling? So how these standards telling? What is their inside? How we are implementing? How we are giving label for that? So these are all there in this energy sector. There are so many poles. What about solar side? Solar. What about this Surya? Mufti Bijli Yojana (MBY). So what is their inside? Government targeted. They want to install 1 crore RST rooftop solar plants. So like these programs are continuously floating. But how far we are running with it? So in this vision diagram, how many consumers opted solar rooftop? So every day our honorable Prime Minister is telling go for solar rooftop. That means Surya program. But how many consumers opted for that? Even myself last week when I registered for my house. So lack of, first of all, lack of motivation, lack of knowledge, lack of information. You just remember, you just remind this. You always knowledge is power. If you are more knowledge, you are more powerful. Politician is not powerful. A man who is wealthy man is not powerful. Who is having more knowledge is powerful always. We are all honoring our honorable late president, Mr. Abdul Kalam, right? Why he is having more knowledge? He doesn't have any money with him, but we are giving more respect for it. So that's why university faculty having more respect, why teaching faculty having more respect. So you are thinking that they are professors, they are having good knowledge. So that's why gaining the knowledge is very important always. Gaining. There is no limit for that. So knowledge always energy side, or power system side, or machine side, or circuit side, or system side, or relay side, or computer side, or communication side. You have to gain knowledge. Electrical, electronics, communication, computers. One stream only. From physics, electrical evolved. from electronics evolved. From electronics, computers evolved. So this is stream. So finally, what is the inside the computer? What is processor? What is the processor? Only MOSFET. So that means what? It's from the trading table only. Trading table is what? Trading table PN junction. From the PN junction, every processor, whatever it may be. You are using your phone. What about your processor? How many switches are there in this processor? You know that? Anybody Google for that? Your phone is there. Your phone having a quad core processor, something is there. So how many switches? What finally processor is a combination of switches. So how many switches are there? I myself shocked when I am configuring my IBM 950 series processor. I found that 600 billion transistors are there inside the processor. 600 billion transistors means what? 1 billion means 100 crores. 600 into 100 means 60,000 crores of transistors are there inside the processor. That is the technology. That's why that much process speed is there inside the processor. That's why you are getting our YouTube, you are getting our everything such a fast into our phones. Finally, everything is happening through the one switch only. In 1989, there were LCD display calculators. By that time, only LED calculators. Display. Calculator is a display, LED display. Total 7 segments. How many digits? 10 digits. Each digit, 7 segments, LEDs. Suppose 0 is there. 0, how many are there? In 0 segments, 7 segments. Means, suppose 7 tubelets you are arranged in 0. You are operating switches. Each tublet one switch. 0 is there. Sorry, 8 is there. In 8, how many tubelets? Suppose what we call segments. How many segments are there in 8? 7 segments. So all these 7 having 7 switches. You are operating switches based on that. This tubelets will be grown. So based on that, digits will be identified. That is about 87, 88, 89 LED. I am just giving tublet examples, but LEDs. LED segments are they are keeping light. So that means what? Switching operations only. So now you are operating pixels in your mobile. So what about HD? High density resolution based means suppose A is there in your monitor. How many dots are there in A? Suppose 12 dots. All these 12 dots are having one switch. 12 switches. You are operating that switches. So you just imagine how much heat will be produced inside in the processor. So like this, we have to practice. Theoretical is different. We're all studied about 80, even now also 8086 only, no? 8086 processor. So since from the beginning, engineering beginning, 8086 processor only we are studying. 8086, after that 80186, after that 80286, after that 80386, 80486, 80586, they named it as Intel, they named it as Pentium. So in Pentium processor. So after that, evolving, even now also, i3, i5, i7. So same, they are dividing number of cores. So like that, system is growing. These are very basics. Suppose electrical engineer, you are teaching about electrical side. You are asking about your student. Just tell me what about resistance. What kind of answer you are expecting from him? What is resistance? Resistance is what? Resistance opposes flow of electrons. Single mode answer. It opposes flow of characters. What about inductance? It opposes sudden change in current. What about capacitance? It opposes sudden change in voltage. So like that, in depth, if you are knowing, if you are strong with the fundamentals, if you are strong with the all the active passive elements, then what is it? How many students I don't know. Recently, 10 members came, not 10 members, 38 girls students from Mahila University. They came to our department. They want to do some projects. So I asked all these students, what about armature reaction? Only one girl answered for that. They don't know about armature reaction. Very fundamental. Finally, I asked them, no, we don't know, sir. No teacher taught this. So they have given answer like that. I said, don't depend on the teacher. Nowadays, nobody depending on the teacher. So you are having your own phone with you. So what is the need to depending on your teacher? You have to ask your teacher, sir, what is armature reaction? If you are moving in that way, then only you will learn. Teacher knows. Unless otherwise you are not asking your teacher, how you can say, how you can tell about. Students should be in a way to question the teacher. Then only you will learn something in the college. Teacher will come, he will give as per his your syllabus, he will teach you, he will give you. Even in your research also, what you are doing, what is your objective. So first of all, you have to be very clear about your objective, what you want to do. Many people they are doing now artificial intelligence based products. So what is the artificial intelligence? So how we can adapt this technology? AI is a family. AI is not a one subject. AI is a group of family. So in this which area you are going to adapt it? How that area, that AI family helping you to get results in your research work. For load flows, when we are studying about all Newton Raphson method like Euler's equations, all those things. Nowadays, those outdated, obsolete. Those things are not available. Only AI based analysis, AI based solutions are available. So SVM, space vector mission, we don't know about SVM. We don't know about RNN, we don't know about CNN, we don't know about FNN. But nowadays, everybody is speaking about FNN, RNN, CNN. So that is the updation, that is the subject. Without university side research, we cannot move forward. Why? Because they are the pillars for that. For the purpose of this FDP actually. Industry, university people, they will give ABCs for the industry. Industry people, they will work on the ABCs. If university people moving EFPH, again they will throw to industry. You work on this like that. First of all, moving forward in the university only, not industry. Based on that research, industry will going to adopt that, will going to implement that, will going to realize that. So, finally, who is the backbone of the country development? Faculty only. You are the researcher. You are having students with you. You have to go for good word. You have to go for unknown side. How many of you are googling for MIT papers? MIT technically they are found in this area, in this area. How many of you searching for MIT side papers? What are the newest newest technologies? You just Google, you make it habitual. Going for IIT publishing papers, going for IIT publishing papers, going for MIT publishing papers. So they are giving most recent technologies. They are publishing most recent technologies. Most recent means what? That project, what is the most recent? Satellite phones. Most recent in US they are everybody using satellite phones. But in India, why you are not using satellite phones? There are sufficient satellites to gather. Why? Because more populated area. 1 crore. If you are making habit for all the people to use the satellite phones, everybody go and they will purchase satellite phones. Suppose 50 crores people they have purchased satellite phones, then what will happen? There is no satellites to gather service for all the 50 crores people. How we can overcome all these things? What about LEO? Low Earth orbit. So all these satellites they are sending into LEO orbit only. So how many satellites are needs for this? 142 crores population to operate their force in this satellite media. So like these are all the hurdles. These are all the project interests in the coming exam. For automation side, I have a small video. It's almost 7 years back video. Government of India they made this. You just go through. Where we are, power sector side. Sound on there. Sound on there. Beginning from there.
As a superpower in the global agreement. Pace with global aspirations of over 1.2 billion citizens. As a nation surges ahead, creating new milestones, its demand for energy continues to rise. Energy not simply to light up homes, but also to support the needs of the complex and intricate infrastructure, and be versatile to take up the emerging challenges of the future. The power sector has to deserve a life that is efficient and sustainable. This can be achieved through smart systems that are more responsive to consumer needs and demands. Power utilities are now ready to respond to this growing need by moving to a new level, helping towards a new world order, built on smart technology and communication systems. Smart grid, towards an intelligent future. Traditional grids were simple and built to serve consumers through a one-way channel, from generation to consumption. The system was prone to high losses, power thefts, and frequent power cuts. It also made it difficult for the grid to respond and cope with the evolving needs and lifestyle of consumers. Smart grid technologies provide a solution to these challenges. Simply put, a smart grid is an intelligent system that thinks for you, the consumer. It allows for a two-way interaction between the supplier and the consumer, enabling real-time exchange of electricity and information 24/7. A smart grid is a digitally controlled network of advanced metering, communication controls, and new technologies working together to make the grid more secure, reliable, efficient, and greener. The first steps being taken, programs and schemes of power utilities have created a strong foundation and infrastructure needed for the smooth integration and assimilation of smart grids. Data centers now store, manage, and disseminate data, leading to improved decision-making and increased system efficiency. IT-enabled customer care centers help in tracking consumer complaints, inquiries, and provide solutions in a time-bound manner. Utilities are also using data acquisition and control systems along with GIS mapping. This provides a visual monitoring of the entire power system, enabling utilities to see, study, and understand data patterns and trends to manage power systems in an efficient manner. With a firm foundation in place, it is time to leapfrog into the world of smart grids. So what changes for me as a consumer? The grid becomes more customer-centric, empowering the consumer to choose when and how to use energy. A smart grid can alert consumers when the utility is under pressure due to high demand during peak hours. The consumers can then choose not to use energy-intensive appliances such as washing machines and air conditioners during peak hours when energy cost is high, and switch them on when energy cost is low. This will help them reduce their monthly electricity bills and also earn incentives from the utility for participating in the program. Greenhouse-based mobile applications and appliances with advanced controls will help you, the consumer, track and monitor appliances even when on the move. This helps consumers to manage and control the amount of energy they use. Smart grid takes you to yet another level. Consumers can also become energy independent and partners in green energy production by installing rooftop solar panels to meet their energy needs. The energy produced with the solar panels can be integrated with a smart grid. Batteries can be used as storage banks to store energy, and this can be used with consumers in line for their daily requirements. Any surplus can be sold to the grid, thereby helping consumers earn extra revenue. This can be extended to a community or commercial hubs through smart microgrid. Our smart microgrid can connect and disconnect from the grid to enable it to operate in an economic, efficient, and sustainable manner. In villages, smart microgrids will help ensure power supply when required, making energy available and affordable, thereby improving life of the rural population. Smart grids also help in minimizing power cuts. A state-of-the-art automated surveillance system alerts the utility as soon as there is a fault or loss in the distribution system. Workmen are then immediately dispatched to fix the fault. The government of India is building a strong institutional structure to support the foundation of a dynamic smart grid network across the nation. Intervention through smart grids will enable efficient use and management of one of the most valuable resources on Earth, energy. A national transition to a smarter and inclusive grid is taking place. Smart grids will lay the foundation for transforming our cities to smart cities. For a harmonious world that is connected, smarter, and intelligent. Smart grid, energizing for a smarter future.
ఈ వీడియోలో మీరు ఏమవుతుంది చేశారు పర్టికులర్గా అందుకు తెలియాలి కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూసిన వీడియోలో మెయిన్గా మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేసిన పాయింట్స్
How the grid is becoming smart.
Yes. Digital technology. IoT application.
Fault analysis.
Fault analysis. ఆటోమాక్సిస్ ఆటోమాక్సిస్ దగ్గర
System power system
ఆటోమాక్సిస్ అది మెయిన్
intentions కోసం చెప్తున్నా సార్.
అంటే ఈ దీంట్లో మనం చూస్తున్నది ఏంటంటే ఆటోమేషన్ మెయిన్ గ్రిడ్ స్టేషన్స్. జనరల్ గా గ్రిడ్ స్టేషన్ అంటే 132 by 33 ఇది గ్రిడ్ స్టేషన్. ప్రైమరీ స్టేషన్ 33 by 11 ప్రైమరీ స్టేషన్ అంటాం. మామూలుగా బిఎస్ఎస్ జిఎస్ఎస్ అంటారు ఇంటర్నేషనల్ గ్లోబల్ గా. ఇక్కడ ఒక ఈహెచ్టీ అంటారు 130 by 33 ఈహెచ్టీ అంటారు. సో ఇక్కడ టోటల్ గా ఆ వీడియో మొత్తం ఏంటి, కన్స్యూమర్ అప్లయన్సెస్ ని ఎలా కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో ఒక ఆమె ఆఫీస్కి వెళ్ళి ఏం చేశారు, ఆవిడ మైక్రో ఓవెన్ ని అలాగే ఏసీస్ ని మొబైల్ ఆన్ చేసుకోవడం ఆఫ్ చేసుకోవడం చేస్తున్నారు. అంటే వై ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఇన్ స్మార్ట్ గ్రిడ్ అంటే ఏంటంటే కన్వెన్షనల్ గ్రిడ్ లో లోడ్స్ మన కంట్రోల్ లేదు, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు కంట్రోల్ చేసుకుంటారు. బట్ కన్స్యూమర్ సైడ్ లోడ్స్ యువర్ ఏసీ కావచ్చు, యువర్ గీజర్ కావచ్చు, యువర్ గ్రైండర్ కావచ్చు, యువర్ వాషింగ్ మెషిన్ కావచ్చు, ఏదైనా కావచ్చు, కన్స్యూమర్ రేట్ లోడ్స్ కంట్రోలింగ్ మీకు ఇస్తున్నారు, కన్స్యూమర్ ఇస్తున్నారు. డిపార్ట్మెంట్ మొబైల్ యాప్ తయారు చేసి ఆ మొబైల్ యాప్ ద్వారా మీ ఇంట్లో లోడ్స్ మీరు కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోండి. అంటే ఏ విధంగా, ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఏపీపీడీసీఎల్ ఉంది. సపోజ్ ఏపీపీడీసీఎల్ ఈరోజు ఈవినింగ్ కి ఒక 3000 మెగావాట్స్ కావాలి, కానీ 3000 మెగావాట్స్ ఉంది, 5 మెగావాట్స్ లేదు. ఈ 5 మెగావాట్స్ ని కొనుక్కోవాలంటే ఒక యూనిట్ 15 రూపీస్ ఉంది మార్కెట్. అప్పటికప్పుడు కొనాలి, ఫ్లైట్ టికెట్ ఇప్పుడు కొన్నా 20 చెప్తాడు, అదే ఒక 3 months ముందంటే 3000 వచ్చేది. సో అదేలా ఉంటుంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ హియర్, డే అహెడ్ మార్కెట్, డిఏఎఫ్ డ్యామ్ అంటారు, డే అహెడ్ మార్కెట్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ దిస్ డే అహెడ్ మార్కెట్, కాస్ట్లీ పవర్. ఈ సమ్మర్ మే, ఏప్రిల్, మే, జూన్ డిస్కౌంట్స్ ఎందుకు కొనాల్సి వస్తుంది అంటే కన్స్యూమర్కి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండకూడదు. దట్ సమ్మర్ టెంపరేచర్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది, ప్రతి ఏసీ వాడుతుంటారు. పవర్ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ చేసుకున్నామంటే ఇమీడియట్గా కాల్స్ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. సో మీడియాలో వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. సో అక్కడ సప్లై లేదు, అక్కడ కరెంట్ లేదు, అక్కడంతా వాళ్ళు సరిగా వర్క్ చేయలేదు, ఇక్కడ రెండు వస్తుంటాయి. గవర్నమెంట్ అంటే వెంటనే వస్తుంది. అందుకని ఏం చేస్తారు వాళ్ళు, అప్పటికప్పుడు పవర్ పని సప్లై చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అది కాస్ట్లీ పవర్ అవుతున్నారు. ఒక యూనిట్ 20 రూపీస్ కూడా ఉన్నారు, 80 రూపీస్ కూడా ఉన్నారు, 50 రూపీస్ కూడా ఉంటుంది, 20 రూపీస్ కూడా కొనాల్సి వస్తుంది. అంటే మీరు లెక్కేసుకోండి, 500 మెగావాట్స్ 1 అవర్ అంటే ఎంత, 500 మెగావాట్స్ పర్ 1 అవర్. 1 యూనిట్ అంటే వాట్ అబౌట్ 1 యూనిట్, 1 కిలోవాట్. సో 1 కిలోవాట్ లోడ్, 1 మెగావాట్ అంటే ఎంత, 1000 కిలోవాట్స్. 500 కిలోవాట్స్ అంటే 5 మెగావాట్స్ అంటే 5 into 1000, 5 lakhs కిలోవాట్స్. 5 lakhs కిలోవాట్స్ 1 అవర్ వాడుతున్నాము అంటే ఎంత, 5 lakhs యూనిట్స్. 2 అవర్స్ అంటే 1 million యూనిట్స్, 10 lakhs యూనిట్స్. ఒక యూనిట్ మీరు 50 రూపీస్ పెట్టుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, 10 lakhs 2 అవర్స్ వాడాలనుకోండి. జనరల్ పీక్ అవర్ 2 అవర్స్ ఉంటుంది అనుకోండి, ఈవినింగ్ 6 to 9, 6 to 10 ఉంటుంది. సరే 2 అవర్స్ పెట్టుకున్నాం, 10 lakhs యూనిట్స్. 10 lakhs యూనిట్స్ మీరు 3 రూపాయలు కొనాల్సిన పవర్ ని 15 రూపాయలు పెట్టి కొంటున్నారు అంటే 15 into 10 lakhs, 150 lakhs, 1.5 crores ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ అన్నెసెసరీ. దేనివల్ల, కన్స్యూమర్కి ఈవినింగ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇంటికి వచ్చి ఆఫీస్కి వచ్చాను, మీరు అందరూ వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ ఇంటికి వెళ్తారు. ఇంటికి వెళ్తారు ఏం చేస్తారు, మన కరెంట్ ఆన్ చేస్తాం, వాషింగ్ ఆన్ చేసుకుంటాము, గీజర్ ఆన్ చేసుకుంటాము, ఏసీ ఆన్ చేసుకుంటాము, అన్ని కూడా ఆపరేట్ చేసుకుంటాము. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇంట్లో ఉన్నాం కాబట్టి. ఇంట్లో ఏమైనా చేయాలి, అలా చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది, మనకు గ్రిడ్ లోడ్ ఎన్హాన్స్ అయిపోతుంది, గ్రిడ్ లోడ్ డిమాండ్ కాస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. సో డిపార్ట్మెంట్ కాస్ట్ కూడా కొనాల్సి వస్తుంది. అదే కన్స్యూమర్ ఆప్షన్ ఇచ్చామనుకుంటున్నాం, ఎలాంటి ఆప్షన్, ఆఫీస్ నుంచి మీ వాషింగ్ మెషిన్ ఆపరేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, మీ గ్రైండర్ ఆపరేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఇంకా ఏదైనా డిష్ వాషర్ ఆపరేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇలాంటి ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు రోజు ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు అప్పుడేమో మనకు లోడ్ షేరింగ్ పడిపోతుంది. అంటే ఈవినింగ్ ఒకేసారి అందరూ ఇంటాక్ట్ అవడం వల్ల లోడ్ ఒకసారి డిమాండ్ షూట్ అవుతుంది. షూటప్ అవడం వల్ల డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆ లోడ్ మీట్ అవడానికి కాస్ట్ ఎక్కువ కొనాల్సి వస్తుంది. అలా కాకుండా కన్జ్యూమర్ ఆఫీసర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా నువ్వు ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి ఏసీ ఆన్ చేసిన కూల్ అయ్యేలా వెయిట్ చేసే బదులు ఇంటికి బయలుదేరడానికి 3 o'clock 4 o'clock బయలుదేరి స్టార్ట్ చేసి పెట్టేసిన కూల్ అవుతుంది. సో యువర్ ఏసీ ఆర్ కంట్రోలింగ్, యువర్ డిష్ వాషర్ ఆర్ కంట్రోలింగ్, యువర్ గ్రైండర్ ఆర్ కంట్రోలింగ్, other like other loads, your sum motor or bore motor are controlling. So all your loads are coming from the remote end. Means what? At the same time, all your costly power, purchasing of costly power by the department, you are stopping. So ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, ఒక రోజు 1.5 crores అంటే మంత్లీ ఎంత వస్తుంది మీకు? నేను చెప్పేది మినిమం చెప్తున్నా మీకు, మ్యాక్స్ చాలా ఉంటుంది, 45-50 crores. సో 45 crores లో మీరు అట్లీస్ట్ 30% మిగిలినట్టు అది దేనివల్ల జరుగుతుంది, మీకు స్మార్ట్ మీటర్ జరుగుతుంది. స్మార్ట్ మీటర్ డిఆర్ మోడల్ మీద చాలా PhDs ఉన్నాయి, మీరు చెక్ కావాల్సి. డిఆర్ మోడల్, డిమాండ్ రెస్పాన్స్ మోడల్, దానిపైన స్మార్ట్ మీటర్ అదే దానిపైన చాలా రీసెర్చ్ జరిగింది. క్రిటికల్ పీక్ పవర్ అంటారు, సిపిపి, క్రిటికల్ పీక్ పవర్. సిపిపి you are reducing. CPP means what? Morning peak, evening peak. Morning peak means morning 6 to 9. Evening peak means evening 6 to 9. Why I am telling these two slots are peak means by the time everybody in their houses only. Everybody using their all layout loads. So that's why demand will be high on the grid side. Energy management. Energy management means you are allowing the consumer to manage their own loads by their own mobile apps, by the department supplied mobile apps. So finally what happened? You are helping, you are assisting, you are coordinating with the department to reduce purchasing of their costly power. So monthly 20 crores you are avoiding to purchase the costly power means for the year how many? Almost 2,400 crores. It's very big amount. 1 megawatt thermal generation means 4 or 5 crores. 2,500 crores divided by 5. How much? 500. 5 megawatts power plant we can build. We can build a 5 megawatts power plant by saving this power. If you are installing, if you are erecting 500 megawatts power plant, thermal power plant, what will happen? No need to go for purchasing of power again. So like that, planning is there. Where is implementation? Japan, they have installed smart meter in 2007, but India working on 2015. 2016 smart meter specification released by Central Electricity Authority. But from the 2016, after even 8 years also, there is no proper social movements in the public to move towards smart meters. So academically, demand response. You just check with the ITB papers also. Demand response side, it's very good concept. Demand response. So smart meter is only the element. In smart meter family, smart meter is one element which is vital element. Having its own significance. That is about smart meter. You are allowing the consumer to manage energy, his own energy. At the same time, it is helping for the discom also. That is one beautiful concept in smart meters. And what about outages, power interruptions? You are managing energy, that's okay. But what about power interruptions? Suppose a remote village is there. In that village, people they are not getting properly power. Their continuous interruptions are there. But the local lineman is not updating to his superior, his boss. But he himself is going there and he is operating and he is rectifying and he is restoring the supply. But he is not giving personal solution for them. But continuously those group of people getting interruptions, they are bothering about their continuous interruptions. So how you can overcome that? If there is smart meter at their end for all the consumers, if any interruption happened, Immediately within notification will be generated. Same notification will be passed back to the lineman. AE bus, next bus. So notification immediately. So if notification passing through that, so then proper monitoring and control also. So on the interruption, immediately, suppose super engineer is there, suppose I am an executive engineer, I am working for one division. One division means almost 3 lakhs customers, 3 to 4, 5, 3.5 lakhs customers. In this 3.5 lakhs customers, the remote village having 2000 customers. Those 2000 customers are getting interruption continuously. If I am getting the notification like this, immediately I will ask them to attend for that. If it is not attending, I know that when the supply restored, immediately it is going and attending and restoring supply means notification will come again, supply restored like that. Means what? Supply failed, supply restored. What is the time gap between these two? If it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no problem. Half an hour, 1 hour, I will ask them to explain the reason. Definitely I will call for the explanation. If it is not given proper, I will suspend them immediately. If you are not taking such actions on them, system will not set right. That stringent action should be taken. If you are having smart meters that area, then we will have sufficient proofs with us. Yes, he is not attending the problem, he is not rectified the problem. So that's why I suspended him. So like the data, information. I told you, information is always wealth. Knowledge is power, information is wealth. Money is not the wealth, you just remember this thing. See in your class, who is having some good marks, definitely will have some respect. Faculty definitely they will have respect on that point. Why? Because he is having good knowledge compared to all other students. So that's why always gaining knowledge, information. What kind of information? You are opening from the gate. Information is what? What about information? So my score is 99.8, my score is 95.2, my score is 92.5. So where I will get the seat? Is there any chance to get seat at IIT? Is there any chance to get seat at NIT? So that kind of information. If you are having that information, is what? Information is all information. Every information is having its own significance. Even shares. Nowadays, everybody doing their own stocks and shares. That is wealth-based information. See, one of my friends is there. He is almost earning almost 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs per month. He is my colleague only. He never think about his salary. He is doing this like shares, but I am not encouraging. Just I am telling. Information. Information means faculty side people. Nowadays, faculty side people, many people they are doing stocks and shares. But they are having their plenty of time. So they are doing all these things. It's only totally based on the information only. Information means which company is good, which company shares are good, which stock is good, how it is growing. I am not encouraging to go towards cricket betting. I am just telling information. You just learn about information. What is there in the market? What is there in the power sector? What is there in the aviation side? What is there in the Navy side? Air Force side? What is there in public side? What is there in political side? So this is all information. Nowadays we are having our own YouTube or some other many channels are there. Many medias are there. So information as fast as is coming. But the only thing is we have to get that information. You have to see that information. Which is good for us, that we have to store that. Nowadays, if somebody asking you, tell me the latest technology in power sector is, how can you answer for them? Suppose some person you are traveling in the flight, suppose somebody sitting besides you is asking you. So the energy sector said, which is the newest technology. How you can answer for that? Newest technology. Suppose one student is passing there, I am the person sitting with him, adjacent to him, right? I'm asking him, Babu, I want to purchase a new phone, which is good. Then how the student will answer without having his information on that? I'm old man, I'm very ignorant about that. I don't know any information about that. I'm asking that person. But without having information properly within, how we can guide it? In every area, information and technologies, we have to collect, we have to gather, we have to remind. What is the production side? What is there in SCADA side? What is there in smart metering side? What is there in automation side? What is there in advanced distribution side? What is there in transmission side? How fault can be detected without relay? Is there any technology for that? So how we can isolate faulty area without hampering total consumers falling in that area? So what are the elements? What about auto enclosure? What is the function of auto enclosure? How we are configuring auto enclosure? What is the difference between auto enclosure and breaker? What is the difference between relay mounted in auto enclosure and relay mounted in the breaker? These things, unless otherwise, if you are not going to magazines, if you are not going to papers, if you are not going to study latest articles, you don't have these things. I'm a student, I will go for only textbooks. Okay. Parallelly, you have to go for other magazines also. I'm in a faculty, I'm a professor. What does it need to go all those things? My syllabus, my textbook, my students. Okay, that's good. Okay. But how you can improve your knowledge? So that's very important. How you can guide your scholar, your researcher, research student. So without having sufficiently today's growing knowledge with you, what are the cutting edge technologies? Can you name for 5 or 6 cutting edge technologies? Means what? What about cutting edge technologies? Cutting edge means what, first of all? Means why we are calling this cutting edge technology?
It's a sustainable development.
Cutting edge means one scissor is there. Cutting edge means beyond that is there anything? That is the last point. Huh? Where the software there is no any power, only cutting. Cutting edge. Cutting edge means beyond that nothing is there. So like that, what about cutting edge technologies in power sector nowadays? Can you name at least 4 or 5?
Digital twins.
What?
Digital twin.
Yes. Digital twin. What is the meaning of digital twin? What is there inside?
Creating exact opposite
Two similar
to
designs.
that object. If anything is happening to our product, there we can
Double body.
Double body. Information sharing.
Yes. Then next, it's very good concept. Yes. Digital twin is very good concept. Then
IoT implementations in power system.
IoT, okay. IoT is 1 decade back, but applications are growing. Day by day, applications are growing. IoT version, IoT 4.0 is very beautiful. IoT industry 4.0 is very good. So, what kind of controls are you using for IoT? What about Raspberry Pi and what about Arduino? Do you have any idea about all this? Student project they are doing on that. Huh? So, is there any latest versions in Arduino or the Raspberry Pi? Latest versions. For home automation, they are using these things. Okay. Then blockchain. What is the meaning of blockchain? Blockchain means what? Data. You are dividing data into blocks.
Peer-to-peer responses.
The memory storage side. Storage. Suppose one bank is there. Bank is having more than 50 lakhs consumers, more than 1 crore consumers. So you are operating a debit card. So immediately you will have the information how much you have drawn and how much balance is there. Almost suppose you are a customer of SBI. SBI having more than 10 crores consumers, but SBI server is only one at Bombay, I think. Suppose one server sitting at Bombay, you are operating your ATM at Vijayanagar. Within no time, how it is coming information for it. So that means this blockchain technology, all these things are data based. They are dividing into blocks. Blocks will suppose ABC state is there one block. Again in ABC 3, 4, 5 zones, this is one block. So instead of searching for the house by house, block by block, they are enrouting. Same like if I am the person, I am dialing you, how telecom signal passing, you know that? Two mobiles, one mobile is there, one mobile this side. I am calling this mobile from this to this mobile. How this passing? Not directly to this here. First of all,
receiver, transmitter, satellite through it.
not no satellite. No satellite. Again, satellite means again it's a satellite phone. First, this phone connected to nearest tower, tower to exchange, exchange to switch, switch to server. Server might be at Bombay. In that server, where I am calling that number, enroute this. Where is that? In what tower? Where that location? Everything, every details, every IP detail, every phone is having its own IP. All these IPs under which tower this IP will be guided by the server. So tower, phone to the tower, tower to exchange, exchange to switch, switch to server. Server guide this. This IP is at Vizag, source or tower. Immediately back to the tower and to that phone. So how much time it is taking here? Passing of this?
Seconds.
It's only seconds. So that's why this technology is viable to maintain the speed. So they are dividing into blocks data. So based on that, by database, see database is always like our storeroom. So you suppose your kitchen is there. So your wife is not there. You want to cook the food. You don't know where, what kind of species, where it is. We know rice, we know water, we know everything, gas, everything is there. But what about other commodities? We don't know. If there is proper labeling and the proper placing and the proper storage, proper racks, proper shelves, then no need to depend upon anybody. If any new one also going and seeing and then immediately they are picking the commodities what he knows, what he needs, he can cook the food. Same here also. Labeling. On database also they are dividing and they are segregating and this is for commercial, this is for industrial, this is for political, this is for nuisance, this is for media. Like it, they are dividing. Like it, they are storing. It's a common public like that. So based on that, they are retrieving. So that's why we are getting that much of fast. So digital link, blockchain technology, IoT,
Demand response.
DR, smart meter,
P2P.
Okay.
P2P.
Advanced data management in the AIOS.
ADMS, Advanced Distribution Management Systems. Okay, ADMS. ADMS means again it's very big subject. It's a ocean. See, that's why I'm telling. Nowadays, electrical engineering is not at all electrical. If you are not aware of CT, communication technology, if you are not aware of IT, information technology, it is not possible to work for this area. You have to learn. That's why I am asking always academicians, change your syllabus. Please introduce minimum basics. When I am in my BTech, I have studied, still same syllabus is there. Electronic division circuits, pulse division circuits, analog digital IC applications. Common.
So we have elective subjects, sir. Students use the elective subjects. So they are associated with computer science related.
IoT is there.
Sir, application to the electrical. So we have
What applications are there?
Elective is there, but faculty is there.
we are the people who are teaching them.
So see this FDP government insisting government is giving money for the colleges to conduct the FDP programs, but nobody is coming from the FDP. How these people teach the students? without knowing the latest technologies.
We have operated technologies to learning through different programs and we did
Like NPTEL
processor.
NPTEL.
So that will define us, that made us to use the students in
First of all, my sincere request to all the faculty, you just go through the latest magazines. There are many magazines out there. No need to go for any trainings, no need to go for any MPPs. There are beautiful magazines out there, global. So just research for latest technologies. You are well aware of latest technologies. What are they? So these IoT, these things are okay. But what are the applications of that? That we need to know. IoT is a very big area again. So where we need to concentrate, where we need to implement this, where we need to teach this, where we need to guide this. That is very important. If you are telling about IoT means, what about 7 layers, OSL layers? Are you aware about OSL layers? What about OSL layers? Okay. Without OSL layers, is IoT working? For IoT, OSL is very important. OSL means open systems, interconnected. What about that? Open systems means smart grid is open system. Sensor, how it is connecting. Suppose room is there, room AC is there, AC inside thermostat is there, thermostat sensing the temperature of this room. This temperature sensor by the thermostat giving input to the controller again giving input to the compressor will again check for the supply. If supply is ignition, compressor will on. If supply is not ignition, compressor will off. So this is our mechanism. This is inside the room. That also inbuilt thermostat. This thermostat giving input to this compressor. Okay, if you want to operate this AC from the Wi-Fi, how you can? To your mobile.
Wi-Fi module connecting.
Yes, Wi-Fi module connecting. Okay. How it is communication? How levels? For everything there is a hierarchy, one model. So that is nothing but sensor is a physical layer. Physical layer is thermostat. Then thermostat to physical layer to data link layer. Thermostat giving data, temperature this one, that is data. Physical layer, data link layer to network layer to transport layer to session layer to presentation layer to application layer. Application is your mobile application. You are operating your mobile. You are switching off your mobile, and also you are setting up your AC temperature. 25 degrees and 20 degrees and 21 degrees. So you are controlling your AC from the remote, sitting at Tirupati or sitting at New York or sitting at London or sitting at Melbourne. But what you need here, physical layer means sensor. Physical layer, data link layer, how this data can be linked through mobile. Here you need to put one SIM here. This is data linking. This SIM connecting to network, either Jio or Airtel. That is network layer. Then transport. Data packets will be transmitted. Then session layer. Session means server is having a start for you. If you are not utilizing within time, session will be expired. So session layer. Then presentation. What data you have fed to the system? That is presented. Then the application. That web application or mobile application. Whatever it may be. So this is about the OSL layers. Very important. Nowadays for electrical engineers, you should know this. You just Google it. There are many videos on that. You just Google it and you just learn for this. What is physical layer? What is data link layer? What is network layer? Sorry. Physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. So finally, you are controlling your AC from your mobile from any place on this globe. So how the data connected means this is the part. Not only AC, your sub motor, your bore motor, or your water level controller, your geysers, your whatever, all the loads. Even your attendance, your class attendance. When I am working for the UK company, there is no any human registered attendance. Morning 7 o'clock, facial only. Going, if you are not reaching within 7 o'clock, 5 minutes grace is there. If you are not attending for 5 minutes, it will take it as the absent for the day. Monthly 22 days. In this month, you are not attending the office within 5 minutes of 7 a.m. 4 days absent means per day my salary is almost 12,000. 4 days means 48,000, 50,000 gone. Like that, automatic attendance. Nothing, no applications, no request, nothing. If you are not attending within 5 minutes after 7 a.m., that was 3 days only. They are giving grace for 3 days. 7 a.m. to 5 a.m., 3 days only they are available. Once a month, 3 days complete means there is no again, no grace, nothing. You have to attend for 7 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 a.m. That is our working hours. So if you are going in the middle of 3 p.m., 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. you are going out means again censored by the cameras. You have to again get the permission from your boss. So for that also we need to get. If you are not getting permission but you are captured by the camera, again it will take it as outside. Unless otherwise our boss manually entered yes he got the permission back, then only they will consider. Server in the UK. Total 140 countries. Centralized attendance system. See how much manpower reduced. So that is about technology. So electrical side, manual. We'll come back. It's 11 a.m. Okay.
Yes.
11:15. We'll just a small break.
It's a nuclear. So